Hi everyone, welcome to your week ahead reading for May 24th through May 30th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and a person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. This is deck number 1, 2, 3, 4. So go ahead, pick your deck. I may or may not do, depending on time constraints, honestly, do single sign readings, but that's the plan, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. So I thought I'd get this out so you had something. And I know that some of you do like to pick a deck, so here we go. Okay. Oh, somebody's calling. All right, so I will go ahead and clear these out and get started. All right. So, gracious. Come on. All right. Okay. All right, let's get you all situated here. Okay. Taking down the time stamps because I don't want to get them incorrect. Okay, deck number 1 for your week ahead reading for May 24th through May 30th. All right, so there's been some reopenings, so maybe that's going to be a busier week for you. Okay, ahead for deck number 1. Right. Ooh, the Lovers. That could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. Maybe I should. Here we go. 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, the World card, Empress, that could be Taurus, Aries, or Libra, the Tower, that could be Scorpio, and the Star card, boobies, could be Aquarius. All right, so let's do like this. All right. Okay. Well, why? So are you, was it amicable, this parting? I mean, was there a parting? Was it amicable? Whatever it is, you need to wait a minute. You need to just think. Just hold on a minute. It was amicable. It was mutually agreed upon, let's say that. So this could be employer, this could be a romantic situation, but this is, it feels like it's open-ended, but it feels like you left on kind of up in the air terms, not even good terms. Is this a ghosting situation? Okay, hold on a minute, because at first it felt like it was something that it was time, like, okay, it's just time that things end, it's time that, but it feels temporary though. It feels like for the circumstances as they are, it's temporary. Hold on, what's this 6 of Swords about? 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords. All right, what's this World card about? This World card, 2 of Pentacles. What's this Empress about? What's this Empress about? The Devil, could be Capricorn. Okay, so we've got you, yeah, it's open-ended. Whatever you just walked away from, it feels like it was mutually agreed upon, but you might have said that just to say it, but you've got different designs or different ideas, and it feels like it's open-ended. It's this 8 of Swords about, and it feels like there's going to be just that's the 2 of Cups right there. What's this Tower card? Okay. So you're either going to find something out that is going to basically release you, or, well, no. I think this is about you liking the new normal now that you've been set free. What's this star card? Whoopsie. Star card. Okay, so for the people that I am reading for, you still are going to want to enjoy this person physically, but there's just too much drama for any other kind of situationship with them, and it's going to be a struggle to keep the door closed, because there wasn't a blowout. Believe it or not, there wasn't a blowout. It was just something that it kind of had run its course, and you're like, okay, well, let's just leave it here. You're finding, or you have found, that you don't want any more dealings with this situationship other than just what it can bring you physically. If this is a job, this could be, well, the money was really good, but it's not a good fit otherwise. So this could be that you're kind of like, okay, well, what am I going to do about money now? But I mean, it very well could be that. But it feels romantic, honestly. It feels like you're dealing with a person. Then this is more about you kind of going back and forth and coming to terms with having to end something. Money feels like you've saved enough, or it's stable enough to weather this storm if there is a disconnect with work or employment. It doesn't feel like you're in deficit there. It kind of feels like, okay, well, we're just going to do what we've become accustomed to. Like it's kind of more of the same. So there's not any deficit there. This feels like it's focused on romance, and that you need to not do anything. You need to not, because it's not going to get you what you want, and you know that. And the person kind of knows it, but you're still kind of doing this dance, and you need to have it in perspective if you're going to do the dance. And you're still in that negotiation stage, so you've agreed to something superficially, but you're either going, yeah, that's all it's ever going to be, or you're secretly hoping for more. There's some kind of agreeing to something up front and then negotiating something in your own head. Like you're just playing it cool, and then in your own head, you're like, oh, you're not really being either honest with yourself, or you're still kind of holding out hope. So the best course of action, honestly, given this whole spread, is in fact like not leaving it lie, like just kind of like leaving it lie. And seeing that, you know what, perhaps this is realizing after there's been this sort of ghosting, or like, yeah, parting of ways mutually, calmly, keeping it light, whatever, that you realize, okay, actually, it is a good thing, and I need to just kind of take care of what's in front of me and not have this as a distraction. Could be that. If this is you still in connection with someone, and this isn't a breakup, this very well could be you figuring something out internally on your own, and thinking about, I was going to say how to move past something, but no. I feel like this is you this is you making a break from someone. I don't feel like it's two people together still. I feel like there's a natural break here, and then after you get out of, I was going to say engagement, you are out of dealing with them, you realize, oh, you kind of like it. And actually my life is drama free without this person, and I need to just stay the course and do my own thing, and not re-up, not revisit. Okay, what else for deck number one? Because you'll find what's showing here is that, okay, Six of Cups. What's showing here is that after there's this moving forward, in the aftermath, you realize how much calmer and drama-free life is, that you've cut a certain aspect out of your life. So if this is a job finally calming down again after what's been going on for the past couple of months. There's a lull. This could be a strategic letting go of you, so to save money or to figure out what money is coming, and then you realize after you've gotten some time off from working so much that you're like, you know what, I kind of don't want to go back. Like, I'm going to look for a new job. I'm going to look for a new job that is much calmer, that I can work from home, I just need a break, because for the people that I'm reading for deck number 1, there's been a lot of work and a lot of drama accompanied with this job. If it is about a job, if it's about a relationship, same thing. A lot of drama, kind of, yeah. And it's good for one thing, which was the physical aspect. So it could be either the job was good for the money, but it was bonkers, busy schedule, need a break, oh my gosh. Or same thing with this physical relationship. There might be, or this romantic relationship, there might be a good physical component to it, but the rest is you're deciding it's not worth it. And you kind of are like, yeah, you know what? This part was okay, but the rest, I'm glad to get back to basics and just have, I might still be thinking about things and negotiating and bargaining, but this is not doing anything. This is taking a long time to think about stuff. So your job this week is to think about stuff, to not do anything, to think, but not do anything. We got 2 6s, 3 6s, good gracious. 3 6s. Winning. Good. That's a 7, right? Yeah, that's a 7. This is an 8. Okay. And 2 3s. 3 6s and 2 3s. So this is the calm after, this is a calm kind of leading into peaceful times and I don't want to say a winning streak, but sort of a settling in for things calming down and things restabilizing and renormalizing for you. So again, if it's at work, this is you being able to, it's almost like, okay, we can get back to our regular schedule, or I'm done with that now. I can look for the job that I want. There's a restabilizing after you've sort of let this go or been let go. For deck number 1. What's for deck number 1? 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's nice. All right, so happily doing your own thing. Enough said. Happily doing your own thing. Cool. Oh, that's a 4. So that is about you being like, okay, I need a break. I need to sit down and think. And it's just you doing your own thing. Either way fits. Because you're glad for the reprieve. And you realize that this break is actually quite the good thing. Like this is realizing that, you know what, I made a good decision here. I really do. My life really is calmer and or more calm. And I can figure out what I want to do. The beginning. Nice. Okay, so that was deck number 1. Again, this feels like you're thinking of this, by and large, this week is like really just kind of staying the course. And there's a lot of mental energy thinking about what was just left behind, whether it's romance or a job. And you're realizing that this is the best course of action for you to just kind of be on your own right now. To think about some things. Everything is steady and you're realizing that it's much calmer actually without the chaos of whatever you just left behind. Okay, so that was deck number 1. Thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you in the next reading. Write this down here. Okay, all right. Thank you for your service if you're an essential worker or one of the myriad of businesses that have just reopened and are handling an onslaught, and I hope people are nice to you. Or a first responder. Thank you, thank you. All right, much love and support to you. Hope you have a good week. Okay. Oopsie. All right. Okay, here we go for deck number 2. All right. Pardon me. Got a card. Whoopsie. All right. Deck number 2. Hi, how are you? Okay, this is for your week ahead for May 24th through May 30th. May 24th. I don't know if you heard in the introduction, but I might, depending on time, honestly, it's gotten a little weird, but I wanted to get at least this out. But if I can, I'm still going to do the individual signs for the week ahead. Okay, all right. Here we go, week ahead. Six of Cups. All right. Where'd you get over there? Star card. Boobies. That could be Aquarius. 10 of Wands. Is that me or is it? Oh, that's the shield. Okay. 2 of Swords. It looks awfully dark. 7 of Wands. I was going to say Gemini. Lovers. Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. 10 of Swords. Okay. All right. That's interesting. That 10 of Swords. Why? Okay. We'll find out. Okay. All right. So what's this? So we got 2 10s here. We got an 8, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 2 6s, 7, 8, and 2 10s. So we got some frustration here at a change or an ending. Okay. What's this star card about? All right. Wow. This, okay. That came up in the last reading too, the 6 of Swords and the star card. So this, it's almost like with the reopening and things starting to kind of come back online, shall we say, there's a settling in. There's leaving the chaos and drama behind, and kind of there's been a reset here, and we're beginning a new phase, a new normal this week in particular, especially with all the reopening. So that's okay. What's this 2 of Swords? That's shown up before. What's this 2 of Swords? What's this 2 of Swords? 2 of Cups. Okay, so we're kind of leaving something over here so we can think about it. All right, well, trying to anyway. What's this 7 of Wands? The 7 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Okay, so you're going to be struggling a little bit here to kind of keep some boundaries and keep some time for yourself, and not it's going to be a struggle to kind of keep moving forward, or to keep those boundaries and to not knock down your own boundaries here. This is you struggling because you're feeling nostalgic, or you're dealing with someone that you kind of have a soft spot for, or you're just, there's like, I really shouldn't talk to him. But this doesn't feel like, it kind of feels like you're wanting some time. It doesn't feel like this is a breakup. If this is work, the money for work is okay. There's no deficit here. This feels like either you're wanting some time after working some crazy amount of shifts to kind of just think, or if in fact this is romantic or social, this is you kind of taking a break from a situation and wanting to figure things out. So it's kind of similar to deck number 1. What's this? Whoopsie. Hello. What's this 10 of Wands about? What's this 10 of Wands about? You know what it is? This person's got that something. They've got that special access to you, and so it's confounding. It's hard to keep boundaries for them, and then it's hard to keep your own boundaries with it. And you're doing a lot of bargaining and negotiating and reminiscing and nostalgizing. I don't know what the word. Nostalgic thinking. Okay, what's this 10 of Wands here? 10 of Wands. 5 of Swords. Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? Trimming the fat, cutting off dead weight, not working so hard. What's this 6 of Couple? What's this Lover's card about? For deck number 2. What's Lover's card about? Queen of Wands. That could be Aries. Okay. Okay. What's this 10 of Swords? Okay, so then this is you putting your foot down. So this is you perhaps taking some time to think about things and then coming back and going, okay, here's what we're doing. This is how I feel. This is what I want. because what you've been doing is not working. We need to be on the same page. I'm not backing down. I need to. So that's why there's this thinking time, because you got the long view on something and you're like, okay, if this is going to work for me, it has to be a certain, we have to do this. You're not ready to walk away yet. There's a change, but this isn't walking away. We got 6, 7, 8. So it's just, God, it seems like all of mine are like, nope, keep moving. But this is like you going, okay, we can do this, but, okay. No wonder they have, because they do have that access. So you're still negotiating. You're still working things out. Well, thank God, because I feel like I'm so doomsday, like doom and gloom sometimes. It's like Eeyore, come to Eeyore Tarot, oh, it's not going to work out. Oh, move on. What's this 10 of Swords about? 10 of Swords. That was going to jump. What's this 10 of Swords about? Good. Okay. All right. So this right here, this is a situation. It could be work, could be romance, could be social. There has been a row. It has given you time to think. You have come back stronger and put your foot down about a few things. You put some boundaries in place. You like this person. So it's been hard. But you didn't want to re-enter and talk with them again until you kind of had yourself figured out, because they've got that something that is just like kind of you like. So you're coming back to this like, okay, this and this and this isn't going to work anymore. This and this will. So if this is work, this is the same thing. You're going, okay, I am not going to carry the same load that I was before, because holy cow. It could also be that work was affecting this relationship. And now that work is kind of abated, you're able to go, okay, I'm not working as much. We can talk again about you and I doing the things. Because there's still been you kind of keeping touch with them through this. If it has been a busy work schedule, you've been kind of keeping touch with them. You just maybe haven't been seeing them because, of what we've all been going through globally. There's been no visiting or, contact and whatever. But this is someone that hasn't been forgotten. So there's a re-entering of negotiations, maybe with work, and saying, I'm not working so much, I'm not doing that. Or, because you can now, or this is a social or romantic situation where there's like this re-entry and you're taking charge of being very assertive about what you will and won't settle for going forward. The crisis is over. The worst of everything is over. You're not making demands. You're just saying, look, these are my non-negotiables. After all that I've been through and that we've been through, I come out of this wanting this moving forward. It's reasonable. It's fair. So good for you for thinking it through, because you're coming back strong. And you and your dynamic with the person will be able to say, depending on how it's going to turn out. But the thing is, you're open to both outcomes. And there's this awareness of, okay, after what we've gone through and what I've gone through and what you've gone through and we have together, there needs to be a different normal moving forward. That was crisis management, basically. And let's see now, without that, how we do. Okay. All right. What else for deck number 2? The money is still there. It looks like there's a lot of money going into just the house, though. Like and again, who's been doing what anyway? Of course, the money's going to go into maintaining the house and cooking and food, But it's kind of just sitting there. It hasn't been. There's not a deficit or an upsurge. It's just there. All right. What else for deck number 2? Empress. Okay. So that could be Taurus, Libra, or Aries. All right. Yay. Oh, mark it on your calendars. Actual positive romantic reading from me, from Eeyore Tarot. All right. So this is that thriving and that connectedness and that nurturingness. After you kind of been through it here and you're coming back around going, okay, here's what I want moving forward. And it's almost like it could be that it makes the relationship either with work, they value you more as an employee, or your person, this is like kind of a new phase for you both. And wonderfully connected and you two are on the same page. Could even be a pay raise or better working conditions if this is work. This could be, or at least negotiating, or this could be, in fact, some of you need to know that this might be indicate pregnancy. Need to know that now before you get to the end of the week, so, unless you are okay with the surprise. All right, that's for deck number 2. Look at that. Allow. Cool. So this is, yay. This is you two talking again, you and work negotiating again. The worst is over. Now this is being open to the new phase moving forward. So this is you revisiting some issues with a person or work. Or a situationship. And it's almost like come what may, but I just like that you're kind of, and again, this is not putting your foot down and making demands and this isn't that. This is just you going, okay, I know my thresholds, I know who I am. This is what I need going forward, and where are you at with this? Do you know what I mean? So it's not just kicking the door down and, you know, breaking out the super soaker. Deck 2. My analogies. Okay. I'm looking to see if that, well, look at this guy right there. Okay. There, that's purposeful. I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so this is, whoopsie. That is star reverse, because if it would be this, it would be like this if it wasn't. So star reversed. All right. So that's the star reverse. That could be Aquarius. So this is a tower on its side. This could be Scorpio. And I leave it on its side like that because for me it's been working. So this is all about, there's been kind of like this feeling defeated and discouraged and like, there's got to be a better way. And how about we negotiate and work this out? I don't want to quit on this yet. I don't want to walk away from whatever this is, work, romance, social, friendship, whatever. I don't want to walk away yet. I want to mitigate or manage the damage here. Let's see if we can avoid a blowout or crisis if we can. I've thought about it. I've realized a few things. Here's where I'm coming from. So this is kind of like based on how you feel, or like, you know what? I don't think this is the right thing yet. I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet. That's very cool. That makes me happy. And I if nothing else, because usually you know how my readings go. I like it. Good for you. Okay, all right, so that was deck number 2. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your service if you're an essential worker or first responder. And much love to you all. I hope you have a good week. Okay, deck number 2. All right. Okay, so here's deck number 3. All right, let's do it. Week ahead for May 24th through May 30th. Deck number 3. Deck number 3, May 24th, May 30th. Okay. Now I got to reshuffle because I don't like it. That got weird. I don't like having to salvage. May 24th through May 30th. May 24th. Okay. Try it over here. All right. Four of Swords. Oh, okay. Are we in need of a break? 4 of Swords. Okay, we've got Queen of Cups. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Queen of Cups. That could be Cancerian. 5 of Cups. The Empress. That could be Taurus, Libra, or Aries. 4 of Cups. Page of Cups and 4 of Pentacles. So we got 2 4s. 1, 2, 3 4s. Good gracious. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's some setbacks here. All right, so we've got 3 4s. Was it 3 4s? Yes. 1, 2, 3 4s. All right. So you are thinking. Where's the little guy? What did I do? Oh. How'd you get over there? So this is, what are you thinking about though? Is this, Is money a little tight this week? My water. Sorry, getting some water. You've been, you know what it is? Okay, with work, it feels like you're kind of waiting for something to come in. Like once something comes in, then you can do what you've got plans. You can do what you want to do, but you're waiting for something to open up, or you're waiting for something to come in. You're kind of making do, and it feels like juggling things until something comes through. It's going to be just a juggling act this week, and I have to remember it's just this week. Okay, what's this? It's not good or bad. It just is. It's not inducing any drama or anything. It's just like, okay, wait, once this thing happens, then we can this, or then I can this. It's this Queen of Cups about for the third deck people. Okay, that was rude, just because I just went, well. Kind of been some mishaps with this third. It's just, I only had 1 cup of coffee. My normal amount. Queen of Cups. Cancerian. 5 of Wands. Okay. Yeah. You know, across the board, this week coming up, and I think from here forward, there's going to be like this letdown now, because it's been so tense and there's been drama and everybody's just been working or not, there's things have come to that point where it's like, what? And then now it's almost like, there's a lot of reopening going on. So we enter the new phase, and there's this kind of like exhaling and taking a break and being like, okay, whew, now what? Now the new normal. What's this Empress about? What's this Empress about? 5 of Cups. All right. What's this 4 of Cups about? You need rest, and you need to stop beating yourself up. What's this for? For this week, you need to not be, yes, if you're going to be taking some time to think, have it be productive about what you can do differently, but no beating yourself up. We've all been through it. We're all going through it. Nobody's done this before. We're just trying to do the best we can. And if you sense that, oh, I was a real jerk, okay, modify. If you've been too much the other way, or, over giving, you need to cut that off too, and you need to kind of just settle into this and think about things before you do. There's been a lot of doing and reacting and having to go here and do that and whatever. There hasn't been a lot of being able to think about why you're doing, or why you're wanting this or feeling that way. You need to be able to do some self-care this week, because this has got you feeling pretty depleted. And it's not that you need to, it's also that you're going to be able to, because you're coming off of a probably two months of emotional stress, of financial, it's not showing financial stress per se, but like just financial stress related to job stress, work stress, over output, over extending yourself, that sort of thing. This feels more about just everything than it does romance or work, but it feels like you are tired or exhausted, and you're going to finally get that chance this week to take a break. But it is not about being disappointed in yourself. It is about realizing, okay, whatever, this is what I want to do differently moving forward. This is what I'm going to change. These are the things I'm going to change or figure out moving forward. Not about beating yourself up. None of that. What's this 5 of Cups? 6 of Swords. Okay. So we got 5 of Cups twice here, and it has to do with you kind of taking some downtime and taking care of yourself. maybe sitting and being able to stare at the wall for 20 minutes and not have to think about anything. I digress. It's his Page of Cups. Oh, no. It's his Page of Cups. Oh. Page of Cups, Page of Cups, Queen of Wands, that could be Aries. So a couple of things here. We got a queen, and this could be quality time with the kids. This could be pregnancy, finding out there's pregnancy, talk of pregnancy this week. Just saying. What's this Four of Pentacles? It also could be after this horrendous time, or this really like high output time, in particular with work, that you're finally able to get the rest that you need, and then you can go back rejuvenated and go, okay, here's what I would like my schedule to be. Like this, it shows you after a break being able to negotiate for what you want with the return to work. Not with romance though. This feels like you are not happy about having to put your foot down about something, but that was preferable than to whatever was going on. So this is not over, but you have finally gotten into a place where you can think about what you want to do. There's a break coming, and it feels solitary. It feels like things aren't over romantically, but this isn't without feelings for the other person. It's come to this. You have to make this decision. You're not happy about it, but it needs to happen because you don't want the dynamic to continue the way it is. It's this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. I think that you would still like to be connected to whatever situation that was, but out of self-preservation, you're like, well, if it doesn't change, I got to do this moving forward. I don't want to, but I'd rather this than the way it was or where we came from, or I don't want to go any further with that dynamic. So unless this person steps up, or unless I get more time in my schedule or something, we shouldn't continue. I'm not happy about it, but I'd rather that than for it to get ugly or weird or more codependent, perhaps. It's this Four of Pentacles. It's Four of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers. So this could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. So are you in discussions then? Did you agree on something that you're not happy about it, but it has to be that way for now? Is this you conceding, or is this you going, okay, we'll try it for this way? Maybe this is someone having to be kind of physically away from you again for a period of time that you're not happy about, but you'll allow it. You're like, okay, I get it. It has to be that way for right now. There's something temporary about this disappointment. So it's not going to be this way forever. It feels like you're having to it's not whatever you've entered into this week is not preferable, but it has to be that way for now. So either you're asking for time away from a situation, getting some time to think, or your person has to go off and do something, or they've asked for time to think, and it's not preferable, but you're kind of just like, okay, I'm going to allow for that and just kind of do me this week. So whatever it isn't over. It's just what's needed for right now. I don't know if that's a comfort or an annoyance that you're like, oh, it needs to end. It's not. And you both are feeling it. What was that? You both are feeling that it has to be this way, but it's like neither one of you are happy about this. But for this week, and I have to remember it's just week, it's not a monthly reading. Okay, what else for deck number 3? Deck number 3. The cards have been very floppy, and I'm not jittery. I've only had 1 cup of coffee. Oh, okay. 10 of Cups. I like it. Okay, so this really is for the happy practical after. This is the best course of action. It looks like after the week is over, and I have to remember it's only a week, it's not a month, but it really is the best for the both of you this week. Whatever it has to be, it works out in the end that was the best course of action. Just because it resets you, it resets them. You have a brighter outlook going forward with or without this situation. If it's work, This is things settling down, and you get to go back to, it's almost like two things. Like you got a side hustle and you've got your regular shifts, but there's feeling reinvigorated at the end of the week. So it starts off kind of like disappointing, but at the end of the week, you're happy. You're looking back going, yeah, we needed that. We needed that. Okay. I have these dropped here. Okay, so these dropped. It says celebration and allow. Allow was in the last one, but allow and celebration. So that dropped. That means like quit beating yourself up. Allow for this week to be what it is, to be kind of maybe a disappointment or just like some time by yourself so you can think about some things and just recoup and rest. And you both will come back stronger for it. Or at least you will. All right, what else here? Prosperity. Nice. Okay. So we got 10 of Cups, prosperity, and we got the Empress. This is, if there is, I was going to say, if there is a break, it's temporary, even in work. If you're having to kind of juggle things financially this week, which I think I mentioned in the beginning, it's just for now because you're coming back strong. You're coming back strong. Things are settling back into stability. So I want to say don't worry. In particular, don't beat yourself up. It's just a week. Because I'm sitting here thinking, oh, the next month. No, it's a week. And honestly, it is so all over the place because we had normal, and then we had 2 months of not normal, like holy cow, unprecedented, and then we're settling back into like the next phase. So this is just it's gonna unfold how it is, and you're coming back refreshed though. So yeah, anything goes, right? All right, what else did that say? I think it's important to remember that we're just all doing the best we can moving forward, and it's not like we have to put our foot down and for some of us we do, but like things like this, it's like there's certain things that we can roll with, especially with what we're dealing with, and this feels like one of those times. This feels like it's for that couple that is just kind of trying to roll through, or like that company and employee trying to roll with the punches and figure out where to go and how to go forward based on the last couple of months. Okay, so this is the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands reversed. So Four of Swords on its side. I used to turn them, but if I did, it would be, depending on which way, it would be reversed because I always turn clockwise. But this is that having that time to yourself, but feeling restless or not being able to rest. So it's almost like I have time now, but I'm still restless. And I feel like there's things that need to be resolved that I can't get to yet. I feel like I want to affect change and I can't, and I'm having a hard time relaxing. So even though you're going to have time this week to relax or to at least rest and recoup, it's going to be probably a challenge for you because you're going to have that busy mind and you're going to want to be able to do a lot more than you can. And you need to, as much as you can, settle into at least making some time for yourself. And whatever situation is going on between you and whether it's work or your family or whoever you're having that kind of conflict or rift with, leave it. No dealing with it until later in the week, Friday or Saturday, but leave it for this week. You need empty space right now. And you're going to get it, but mentally you need to be able to kind of set a few things down also as much as you can. Okay. All right, so please rest if you can and just kind of let things just be what they're going to be for this week. Okay, thank you because it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your service if you're a first responder or essential worker. There's a lot of reopening going on, so I hope people are nice to you. I hope everybody's understanding. Okay, I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by. You take care. Deck number 4. Hi, how are you? So this is for May 24th through May 30th. All right. And like I said, I assume you saw the intro, but if you didn't, oh, look at that, 10 of Cups. Well, that's nice. I am going to try to do individual signs. 5 of Cups, awesome. And we're back to Eeyore Tarot. I'm going to try to do individual signs, but I want to get this out now. But time permitting, I will try to do individual signs. I really will. Right. So that 10 of Cups and that 5 of Cups. Maybe this is forgiving, and finally after, it's almost like now you can finally, now that things are, the worst is over, we can finally grieve. We're better moving forward, not because of that, but we're just, brighter days are ahead, but there's still a little sadness or disappointment after what we've all endured collectively. Could be that. Let's see, let me do the other way. All right. Week ahead, May 24th through May 30th. Okay. Let's see. Strength, that could be Leo. Ace of Swords, 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Queen of Cups, that could be Cancerian. The World, Queen of Wands, that could be Aries. Okay, wow. There you are. Okay, so it looks like, have you started your own business? There's some beginnings here. We got a beginning. It's a beginning in, it's like, oh, it's a lot. It's just, whew. This week is like a bunch of new. It's like a new job and is it new romance? What's this Ace of Swords? Is this just you getting back out there and being like, oh, it feels so good to be back out, and then it reminds you of where you came from and why you had to not be back out, and it's like a bittersweet resurgence. Okay, it's this Ace of Swords. It's this Ace of Swords. The Devil. Nothing wrong with that. It's just 3 of Cups. No, let's do 4 of Wands. What's this 4 of Wands? This could be Capricorn. You're settling into something. What do you say? Okay. You're settling into, and we all are, moving forward. It looks like you've trimmed the fat. And it's almost like you're like, okay, it's going to be, there's a sense of resurgence and rebuilding. And it only feels bittersweet. I shouldn't say only. It feels bittersweet because it just the rebuild. It's like, oh, I remember this. And it reminds you of where you were and why there wasn't things for a while, if you know what I mean. Like it's like there's a lot of familiarity, there's a lot of like going back to what you were used to, picking things back up where you left off this week, and it's bittersweet. What's this Queen of Cups? This Queen of Cups. The Emperor, good. You know what, honestly, I think you and your person are, this is you two talking again. What's this 3 of Cups? Temperance. That could be Sagittarius. What's this World card about? Come on, Star card. What's this World card about? Justice. Yay! I'll take it. That could be Libra. What's this Queen of Wands about? So this is, okay, so it's like whoever this is for, it's like you're strongly affected by what was going on with all of us globally. That affected things as it did pretty much everybody, you on a personal level. But you're still in talks with, romantically, it feels like you're still kind of dealing with somebody. It's not back to where it was, and you're not leaving either. You two are still chewing on something and working something out. But this is kind of a week of settling into a new phase, not a new normal yet, because we don't have that yet. We don't have that new normal yet, but like a new phase going forward. Like this is things starting to make a turn, and you're kind of still waiting to see how that shakes out for you. Did you, I want to say start something new, but I don't think it starts something new. I think that you two are in talks again, and it feels like you both feel the same, but there's some kind of past hurt or something that you've got to, okay. You got to clear it out. You got to talk. That's why. Okay. So you two have your work cut out for you as far as figuring a few things out. Is this you having to concede? Honestly, ask yourself honestly, don't yell at me. Consider that, and this is way high up, I just realized that. Because it looks like you're the one that relents here. It looks like you're the one that does the reaching out or starts the ball rolling again. Because you've figured a few things out, or you've changed your mind. There's some kind of letdown, but in a good way. There's some kind of laying down the sword here. And you're not, now granted, for work, for if this is about work, this is about things slowing down. It's almost like that black cloud is not hanging over anymore. So if there is a lot of busyness, it's productive busyness, not scattered, scared, scurrying around busyness, or like that worry. There's an uplifting here. That's what that 10 of Cups then and 5 of Cups was. That's what it is. It's bittersweet, but it's brighter days ahead and being happy, but with the remembrance of what once was and why there's the resurgence. It's a resurgence because of how it was. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of work, it feels like both. It feels like there's you doing something on the side and work. And both look good for the long haul. I know this is only a week. I have to remember it's only a weekly reading. But both look like you'll be there for a while if you want to, or the potential for longevity is there if you want it for work. There's a bit of a stutter step financially, perhaps, but it's back on track financially. As far as romance this week, and I have to remember it's only a week, because you two need to talk. You two need to talk, and it looks like you're the one that's gonna be coming back around. Not that you did anything wrong. It's simply you. There's a lot of this, I think, through all the readings here. You needed some time for yourself, or you needed to advocate for what you wanted in the relationship instead of just walking away. That's what it feels like. Instead of just walking away, you needed to advocate. You needed to speak up. You needed to kind of go, okay, this is this and this. And there needed to be that sort of productive conversation. This isn't a solo mission where you cut something off and walk away and get out of Dodge. This is things being restored through productive conversation and problem solving. You actually have a partner here who would be receptive. So, that's not too shabby. Actually, it might take a while. But it comes from a strong basis. It comes from, and same with work. It's almost like I'm reading for a bunch of people that are like all earth signs or something. They're just really grounded and have like a pragmatic approach to things. And yeah, we need to talk about this. Give me a minute. But okay, maybe this or maybe that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe. And your person's like, yeah, okay. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's not this romantic upsurge per se. It's just you kind of coming to terms with something or thinking something through and then coming back very kind of methodically and practically stating your case. And I think it really helps for the people that I'm reading for. I think what we're going through globally has really affected things for you. And because things are starting to turn, you're starting to kind of calm down, and maybe that stress really affected you with your relationship. And so that's why you're like, okay, I think I'm ready to talk now when I don't have to worry about global stuff. I think I can kind of come back to who I am now, or, and we can talk about stuff like we can talk about us. It looks like this is the road forward for the both of you. If this is somebody new, if this is a new somebody, it looks like this has the potential for longevity. Just saying. There's a good fit here romantically. I know somebody, you're going to be throwing things at the screen, but this is a good fit. Mm-hmm. I don't say that a lot. Okay. All right. You know what? Okay, I think it's because you're better that the relationship can be better, because you're not as stressed as maybe you were, or overworked, or tired, or just sad, or whatever it was. That part's over. Things have a chance of being restored now, and a strong foundation can be laid, or you can get back to that in talks about it or whatnot. But okay, now for deck number 4. King of Wands, hello. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. So, okay, this really is about you self-advocating. And because I don't want to say putting your foot down, because it doesn't have to be like that, like, but because you're coming from a place of integrity and like being willing to talk now, I guess, or you can talk now, you can engage, that some productive conversations happen. And you kind of get to the bottom of whatever issues, you get back to being who you both were, or at least on that right path again. And it's kind of much simpler for work, but it's almost like, okay, this is your workplace healing also. Things returning to a new stasis, the new normal, or the new phase. And again, romance or work, the potential for longevity is there for both. Good Lord, maybe I should do readings in the early afternoon. Feel a lot better. Usually I feel like I'm just, well, it's not always like that. Lately it just feels like there's just been this heaviness, and all 4 of these don't feel heavy anymore. It feels like something let up and everybody's collectively inhaling, And week 4. Oh, new growth. Yay. I'll take it. I'm not crazy. They are all positive. This is great. They are all positive. I'm glad for that. Truly, because it's been a couple of months, hasn't it? Deck number 4. Deck number 4. 6 of Wands reversed. 6 of Swords reversed, right? Okay, let me check and see if that's reversed. Hold on a minute. I think it's reversed. Is it? It is. Okay. Okay. So the revisiting to discuss. This isn't moving on and walking away. It's actual productive discussion about what wasn't working and why. So this is a problem-solving week after you get your wits about you. This is, for work, it's being able to return or to develop, to get back to work towards getting that stasis back, things calming down, the new phase starts. If it's the relationship, it's you two having productive conversations to figure out what wasn't working and why. This is problem-solving. I like it. Okay. I hope this was helpful. I wish you and your situationship or person or work, it's like you're at the beginning of kind of healing things, and It feels really good. So happy week to you. I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your service if you're a first responder or essential worker or any part of the economy that's reopening. And I hope people are nice to you, and I wish you a good week. Okay, all right. Much love to you. Take care.